Hi, welcome back to Fast Recap, and today I'm going to tell you about a 2008 movie called An American Affair. If you like our video, you can support us by liking and subscribing. It's just a second for you, and for us, it's motivation to make quality videos and upload them more often. Washington in 1963. Adam Stafford is an ordinary 13-year-old who goes to Sunday school. During one of the breaks, his friend is insulted and he gets into a fight. Realizing that it was all a setup, Jimmy beats not only the offender, but also Adam, breaking his tooth. A nun who saw the incident separates the brawlers and makes them serve their sentence, begging for their sins. Back home, Adam finds a note from his parents, who are late for work. To avoid disappointing them, he sticks a tooth with glue and afterward finds an adult journal. The teenager looks at the indecent photos as he suddenly notices a gorgeous neighbor girl in the window across the street. Closing in the toilet, the boy fantasizes, imagining the woman from the window. Back home, his father realizes what the kid is doing and jokes about it. The next morning, Adam goes to school, but at the last minute decides to skip the lessons. Returning home, he waits for his parents to leave for work. Taking binoculars, the guy again tries to spy on the neighbor, but she is not at home. Running out into the street, Adam notices the mailman and steals letters from the woman across the street to find out her name. Among the letters, he finds a gift from the President of the United States and realizes that he has gotten into the wrong business. Back at Catherine's house, Adam returns the letters back to the mailbox. Meeting the woman face to face, the schoolboy offers his services as a handyman. He dreams of going to Europe and is willing to do any job to earn a little money. Catherine offers to tend her garden on the condition that the guy will cope with this task. In the evening, Adam continues to peek at his neighbor and takes pictures of her. The next morning, the guy goes to Sunday school and, meeting a girl classmate, invites her to his house. Faith doesn't mind this and promises to come over to listen to music. After school, Adam visits Catherine and is ready to get to work. The woman is not in a good mood, so she asks to take care of the garden, destroying all the flowers, trees, and shrubs. In the evening, the parents learn that Adam is working for Catherine and asks him not to communicate with this woman anymore. She's not so simple, for she has separated from her husband for an affair with a more powerful and wealthy man. Peeping at Catherine again, the schoolboy notices that an unknown man accompanied by Secret Service agents is coming to see her. Drawing an unsophisticated conclusion, Adam realizes that this is John Kennedy. The next morning, he asks Catherine about it and is convinced that his assumptions are correct. Not wanting to continue the discussion, the woman leaves and the schoolboy decides to follow her. After taking a walk, Catherine encounters a CEA agent. The agents are concerned that the president is ignoring conversations with the intelligence agencies and they want to connect with Kennedy. In the evening, Adam's parents receive guests and actively discuss the political situation in the country. Meanwhile, the guy cuts out his neighbor's face to make an adult journal more interesting. In the morning, he meets Faith and invites the girl to his place. She does not want to go without her girlfriend, so they go to Adam's house with the three of them. Patricia tries not to disturb the couple by letting them kiss. Everything seems to be going great, but at some point, the glued part of the guy's tooth falls off, ruining the date. After waiting for his parents to get home from work, Adam tells them about the tooth problem. The mother is concerned that her son starts hiding the truth from them and only talks about what happened a few days later. As a result of the conflict, the schoolboy runs away and heads to a neighbor's house. Hearing loud music, he peeks at Catherine and sees that she is having a party with her girlfriends. The TEA agent catches the boy and takes him into the house. The woman is not surprised to see her neighbor, but she doesn't want to see the agent as he is her ex-husband. Graham tries to talk to his wife and appeals to her reason, but in the end, they have a scandal in front of Adam. Having fixed the tooth, the schoolboy leaves the dentist's office. A little later, he notices an elderly CIA agent. Adam follows him and sees that he is meeting with Graham and a Cuban businessman. Rushing to Catherine's house, the schoolboy fails to catch his neighbor at home and examines her bedroom. Adam finds the woman's notebook and decides to read it to get to know her better. Unexpectedly, Catherine comes home and the boy hides in the closet. A neighbor brings home a lover and unsuspectingly gives herself to him. At some point, Catherine glanced at the closet and noticed Adam sitting inside. After intimacy, she said goodbye to her lover and called the schoolboy to get out. Adam tells of seeing CIA agents who are clearly up to something. After saying goodbye to the schoolboy, Catherine calls the President of the United States, but he is too busy and cannot answer her. Adam goes to a school party where the kids are playing the bottle game. At one point, Luck smiles on him and he gets a full minute alone with Faith in a locked closet. The school kids, but suddenly Adam starts groping her, scaring the shy girl away. After fleeing the party, Doy returns home. Hearing loud music, he decides to stop by his neighbor's house and sees Catherine, who has decided to plant new seeds. Back at the house, they have a drink and decide to do some painting. Catherine is a professional artist and teaches Adam how to draw. At one point, the schoolboy wants to kiss the woman, but she stops him in time. Catherine and Adam start having fun, pouring paint on each other, and do not suspect that the artist's ex-husband is watching what is happening. Having finished the painting, Adam wants to show it to Catherine, but the tired woman has fallen asleep. Using the moment, the schoolboy steals her notebook. In the morning, the mother goes to her son's bedroom to wake him up and sees the boy stained with paint. The father thinks it's funny, but his wife demands to deal with the neighbor who spoiled their son. Going to Catherine, the boy's father meets a CIA agent and feels uncomfortable because the agent knows literally everything about him and even more. Meeting with Catherine, the man asks her to fire Adam and the woman agrees to his request. Back home, the father forbids his son to communicate with Catherine and puts him under house arrest. In the evening, a neighbor tries to find the notebook and realizes that the schoolboy stole it. Hurrying to the White House, she tries to meet the president, but he crosses her off the visitors list and there is no chance of a date. The next morning, Adam notices Faith, but quickly realizes that the girl has started dating someone else. As recess ends, the kids line up in several rows, but the nuns don't leave the school. Deciding to check out what's going on, Adam goes inside and notices the teachers staring at the TV. It turns out that US President John Kennedy was killed half an hour ago, and the nuns have forgotten about the school children. Returning home, Adam decides to stop by his neighbor's house to support and comfort her. At one point, the schoolboy kisses Catherine, but the woman quickly comes to her senses and pushes away the little asshole who took advantage of her weakness. The next morning, a neighbor visits Adam's house, and upon meeting his mother, asks that the boy return the stolen item. Upon meeting her ex-husband, Catherine suspects him of plotting against the president. Graham does not deny it, but reminds her that the culprit has been found and the struggle for ideals continues. He is ready to give up his job on the condition that Catherine returns to him. The woman promises to think about it. Meeting with an elderly CIA agent, she asks him to leave her alone. He is willing to do so on the condition that Catherine gives up her notebook, but is refused. While at school, Adam allows himself to use abusive language against the late president and gets punished. At church, he apologizes for his behavior and meets Catherine. The woman wants to leave, but first she needs Adam to return the notebook he stole a few days ago. The teenager agrees to return it and arranges to meet Catherine after school. Back home, Adam spots a CIA agent. It turns out that his father invited him himself and allowed him to conduct a search. As a result of the search, the man found the very same notebook. Destroying the last piece of evidence, he threw it into the fireplace and allowed the boy to go to meet Catherine. Running to the stairs, Adam notices the woman's body lying at the bottom. Descending, he says goodbye to Catherine and closes her eyes. Graham arrives on the scene and sees the corpse of his ex-wife. A couple days later, high school kids try to play a prank on Adam, and he gets into a fight with anyone who comes near him. The teenagers beat the schoolboy in a crowd, and the nun doesn't try to stop it, watching what happens. Back home, Adam receives a package sent from Catherine the day before her death. Unpacking the box, the guy finds parts of the painting. Putting them together, he sees his portrait. What do you think of this movie? Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more such videos.